Welcome to my Numerology and Astrology blog. I do this daily and I'm so glad you joined me. We are doing today, which is April 25th, 2021. And if you add all those numbers together, you get the number 16. And if you add the 1 and the 6 together, you get the number 7. The number 7 is the number of astrology, astronomy, palmistry, quantum physics, the systems that try to explain subtle energy. And it tends to try and look at it from a more rational, logical sequence of thought before any action should be taken. Thinking anything through is wise in this moment because often things are not what they seem. And at this moment, that is no exception. We are piecing puzzles. We are missing pieces of this puzzle, and there are so many potential ways things can go. Best to evaluate all the possibilities before leaping to any conclusions because there's a lot of really subtle signs and signals as well as overt distractions that are happening, and it can get very, very confusing. Within all the potentials are choices that can and will support outcomes that have unique possibilities. It is obvious that repeating patterns that bear no fruit is a recipe for stagnation and karmic suffering. At that moment, when you see the pattern is not working, then new options will always seem better in the long run. We are each here to grow and try things. Only by experience can we determine what is going to be best and wisest for us. Repeating things again and again will give us the same outcome. While new things are scary and our ego warns us against sudden shifts, honestly, the best choices ahead will be unique to everyone. We might as well surrender now because the future is going to be filled with all things new. The astrology today. Sunday morning is challenging. I know that that is not what you wanted to hear after last week's intensity, but sleeping in might do the trick because in the evening things feel better and it allows for calmer and deeper conversations. Now, the moon is still in Virgo, but it's going to switch, and we are also still dealing with it trining Pluto at the beginning of the day. And we desire to have order in this world, and that is slipping into a crisis with the COVID. I really want to send love and healing to all of those in countries such as India battling severe problems associated with the pandemic. The moon at lunchtime shifts into the diplomatic sign of Libra. Remember to stay fair, just, noble, and generous. We want to connect with others in meaningful ways. Mercury and Venus are preparing to square Saturn tomorrow. That feeling of removing obstacles is more significant than ever. Do your best to be kind even though you might be feeling a bit discouraged. It is hard to stay positive with this astrology at this time. It seems as if there are constant hits on many levels. There is no sense in getting defensive. Challenges will arise, and there is subtle energy all around, and it seems as if there are many types of upsets causing feelings of collapse and concern. Nothing will be over quickly. Your heart wants certain things, and finances seem stretched. Choices need to be put off for a while because balance is not yet established. My quote for today: in chaos, I have found calm. In fear, I have found faith. In tears, I have found truth. In despair, I have found hope. In defeat, I have found determination. And my blog for today: never reject what you are experiencing right now. Within it are the kernels of wisdom and truth that you will need to go forward. Now, notice I didn't say your assumption about what you're experiencing right now is true. I didn't say that. I said simply never reject the moment. This moment is arising for a particular reason, and within that, you will discover the places you're still unhealed, the places you're still out of alignment, the places you're still resisting. If a pattern keeps repeating, that means that there's some sort of wisdom from that pattern that you still don't see. And that's why it's so important for us today to look beyond what we project, the story we have told ourselves in order to feel okay. Because there is wisdom in looking at the pattern. You are not weak, you are not weak if you are worried that you cannot make it through these present circumstances. These are tough circumstances. I mean, really, everybody, this is really intense. I mean, like, nobody alive has ever had this type of challenge presenting to them, like a pandemic, and literally being stuck at home for over a year, and all of the challenges financially that brings, and all the challenges energetically and emotionally that brings. And so you're not weak. I mean, if you just feel strung out, if you feel exhausted, if you feel like you want to run away, I mean, these are intense circumstances. Trials are determined to test us. Life demands us to constantly adjust or face the consequences. We still clearly have very much to learn. Be not afraid, be bold and brave. Be not what you are, but that which moves you far. Tomorrow exists for us to heal and fix. Those things that are stuck will keep jinxing our luck. You are not what you were. You are not here to defer. You are here to show and tell. You are here to see and foretell. Between the lines of life are those determined to cause strife. Be the best you came to be, otherwise you will constantly be bending a knee. To those that do not deserve your trust, must be left behind in the dust. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful Sunday.